The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Gilbert. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He can run for it, and he will. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Gilbert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Allen. The open man is Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On play action, Allen. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And his throw is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And again, it's Mahomes. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring and moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing now is Allen. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Danny Shelton with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen. Smith catches left side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Allen. He finds his target, Fuller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mahomes now on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Mahomes to throw on second down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
There we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mahomes to throw once more. He gets it to Brown, complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. A little 360. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ace!
This is Geis. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Over!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Von Miller able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just outside his own goal line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and get it with Geis. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And here comes the Texans now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the punt team on now as this one's set away. This is taken at about the 14. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now a run with Geis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Mahomes. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And now out comes Houston. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. They're spinning away. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. The ball comes out, but I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Quan Alexander in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Allen to throw once more. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now a give running left is Geis, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. A road win in the National Football League.